Wayne LaPierre is the head of the National Rifle Association. You don't hear very much about him. Gun legislation hasn't been at the forefront of the Obama administration or this Congress. It's going to be very difficult for any kind of restrictive gun laws when you see the House of Representatives, the makeup of the House of Representatives right now. It is not something that is in front of the Supreme Court. So for now, guns are being left alone, yet that is all a conspiracy, according to Wayne LaPierre. He's a crazy man as far as I'm concerned, and I have very little tolerance for guns. I appreciate that people like to hunt. I don't get it. Doesn't look like fun to me. I shot a bird once when I was like 10 years old. The very first shot I took, and I never had felt worse. And I haven't shot anything since then. So even when people say, I want to protect the rights of hunters, and I don't even want to protect the rights of hunters, but that's just me secretly. I know people like to hunt. I just don't get it. But Wayne LaPierre is really, I've always thought, is off the deep end. And here is Wayne LaPierre talking about, I mean, if you really sort of think that the president has his opponents and you don't know where they come from, listen to the National Rifle Association. This is clip number 5, JR.
The president will give another little talk about how he respects the rights of sportsmen and women, while in private he makes fun of good Americans who, quote, cling to their guns or religion. But in public, the president will remind us he's put off calls from his own party to renew the old Clinton gun ban. He hasn't pushed for new gun control laws. And he'll even say he's looked the other way when Congress passed a couple of minor pro-gun bills by huge majorities. The president will offer the Second Amendment lip service and hit the campaign trail saying he's actually been good for the Second Amendment. But it's a big, fat, stinking lie, just like all the other lies that have come out of this corrupt administration.
Right. So not only is it a lie, the lie he's talking about, it's just like all the other lies. And I love how Wayne LaPierre says the president will say this in private, but does this publicly. How would he know what the president says in private? And, you may say, well, you don't know, Michael, if he's ever sat down with the president. Well, I know that he hasn't sat down with the president because when invited to sit down with the president said, after Gabrielle Giffords, Congresswoman from Arizona, was shot and nearly killed in Tucson earlier this year, it was the president who invited Wayne LaPierre to come to the White House to talk privately amongst other people to see if there's a way to address this with gun owners, et cetera, to speak reasonably about this. Wayne LaPierre didn't go, and he said he didn't go because why should I or the NRA go sit down with a group of people that have spent a lifetime trying to destroy the Second Amendment in the United States? I don't really feel like Barack Obama has spent a lifetime trying to destroy the Second Amendment in the United States. I don't feel ever that when somebody says this is a lie just like all those other lies, without naming what the other lies are that indicate corruption, I don't know what lie he's talking about here with the president trying to destroy the rights of sportsmen and sportswomen in America. LaPierre continued. This is clip number 6.
It's all part of a massive Obama conspiracy to deceive voters and hide his true intentions to destroy the Second Amendment in our country. I've been leading the fight for NRA, for freedom, for 2 decades now. You know I've never backed down in the national spotlight from telling the truth. So I'm going to give it to you straight here this morning. Before the president was even sworn into office, they met and they hatched a conspiracy of public deception to try to guarantee his reelection in 2012.
I love also that he's that LaPierre comes up with this conspiracy theory. I mean, this guy's nuts. This guy's absolutely crazy. His logic here is that the president, has failed to try and meddle with any of the existing gun laws or to try and go back to some of the Clinton bans, is merely because he wants to go out onto the campaign trail in a conspiratorial way and say, look, I didn't mess with gun rights and gun laws. I mean, there has to be a certain point where these people realize who their constituents are going to vote for and who they're not going to vote for. Barack Obama is not losing a wink of sleep over appealing to the gun lobby. I think he knows he's not going to get those votes.